Another week of Polk Nation. Jim Gazzolo, Heath Schroyer, long trip. How was your flight back?
Everyone thinks it's glamorous, right? We're going to go, the team's going to charter out there, whatever. Well, we get to the airport at about 10, okay?
Not bad.
Not bad. So that was great. Usually it's about 45 minutes by the time you get to the airport and get on the plane to check everyone in, et cetera, et cetera. We get there, the plane is completely dark. Someone left the battery on the plane. It's dead. They had to call a new battery from Provo. It's a 2-hour drive. So we got off the bus, just hanging out at a very, very little airport with one bathroom for 300 people or whatever it was. And we sat there in the parking lot for 2 hours. And then then we get on the plane. Then we have a weight issue on the plane. You have to move bags. Long story short, we don't take off until about 3:30 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 4:30 here. We land at 6:30 Central Time. By the time we got home, I pulled in my driveway 10 minutes after 7 a.m.
That's not a bad flight time.
No, I mean the pilot did a great job once we were in the air, but it was. I've been doing this for 30 years. It was by far the worst travel I've ever been a part of.
You never think about batteries in planes, though.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Somebody left the lights on.
Someone left the lights on. Correct.
Well, anyway, so now we get into league.
Yeah, all starts now.
It all matters now. You go to SFA, but they're a good football team, Utah State.
Very good. Mm-hmm.
I think they're a top 25 team. They can get there if they beat Vandy this week, which I think is a game they could actually win because Vanderbilt's going to be thinking about the SEC. But they've got a lot more talent than people think. All their talent came by I want to ask you this question about the NIL and that. It seems like the NIL has separated teams with money from teams without money greater than ever before. Yes. And that's all up and down. We see it all in your league. We see it in other leagues. Is there just that big of a gap based on money now?
It is. It's a huge gap. It's completely, college athletics has completely changed. I mean, look, I mean, and you could see it when UL went and played Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and UL went and lost to Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Now, 4 or 5 years ago, they don't lose that game.
No.
Okay. Well, it's just a different world. It's a completely different world, which is frustrating to some, exciting to others. I find it exciting because I think that, okay, the recipe is the recipe, right? We have to generate revenue in order to recruit talented athletes, especially in our major sports.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to do.
You're the flip side. Here has become the flip side of basketball for this league.
For sure, 100%.
Is that you have the ability to outspend almost everybody in basketball.
I think so, and I think we have the ability with that in football too. And I think that, we're on the.
Well, it just takes longer time because there's more kids.
That's exactly right.
And the process, a flipping process in basketball is once you get the name recognition, kids are going to come here.
Well, I mean, it's like Coach Armstrong has told me. There were kids that answered the call this year that would have never answered it, in years past. I mean, look, we have, I think, 3, former 4-star basketball players on this roster because, McNeese, you guys were in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago.
I saw you play.
That's right.
I saw you play. I like the way you played. I like the fact that you beat Clemson.
That's right. Of
course, in football, everybody's beating Clemson. But that's it's a little.
But so I think that but it's true. I mean, but when you go to a UL, and it was a difference, but not as big a difference. You go to Utah State. What they do in funding, it's a big difference.
And also, they have a national name brand coach.
They do.
So kids are going to answer that phone call.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, it's an interesting, just like kids answered Will Wade's call.
Yeah.
It's an interesting look at how everything is done now in the spectrum of what do kids want. They want to be coached by certain people. They want to be paid. And if you're not going to pay them, somebody else will.
Correct. That's exactly right.
That's it. Okay, so basketball starts.
Today it starts.
Men starts today. By the time this show airs, both teams will be in official practices.
Correct.
All right, you're a coach. Mm-hmm. Or you were a coach. Or
former, yep.
Does it really, this day used to have midnight madness and all these things. It's almost like...
It's anticlimactic now.
It's almost like it's just another work day.
Yeah, because now they allow you so much access through the summer and the fall that, back in the day, if you will, when I was coaching, you would only have 4 kids on the floor for a total of 2 hours per week. So you're trying, you're always trying to get a manager to fill in here, whatever to try. Now it's so different. They're all here. They're all there. So it is the official first day of practice, but really it's pretty anticlimactic because, the official first day just feels like another day.
Christian Shoemate getting a chance with the Pelicans.
It's awesome, man. I was so excited to see that he signed a training camp deal. He's going to play. He's going to play professionally somewhere, whether it's in the G League or overseas or wherever. Like he's going to play professionally somewhere, and I think he's continuing to get better. His skills are getting better, and from an athletic standpoint and a motor standpoint, he's always had that.
Yeah, he's kind of the perfect end of the bench guy, actually, because, and one thing about it is that people don't understand is he signed the kind of deal that if he gets in the G League and plays 10 weeks in the G League, it's an $82,000 bonus.
Yeah, how about that?
That's not bad.
Not bad.
When we get back, we'll have DJ Richards with us.
Here we go.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinand. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinand Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Join Don's Wash Club and score big on clean rides all season. Unlock discounts on washes, interior cleanings, oil changes, and more. Whether you're tailgating or heading home after the game, keep your ride looking like a pro. Not ready to commit? No worries. Scan the QR code on screen to see what we're all about. Enjoy your ride with Don's on McNeese, Ryan, and Nelson.
Welcome back to Poke Nation. We have a familiar face, Mr. DJ Richards. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
For sure.
You're not camera shy, are you?
Nah, y'all not camera shy either. Y'all look all good. Like the camera might be shy of y'all right now. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Okay, so let's get right to it. Basketball season officially starts today. We're filming on Monday. First official practice today. But let's talk, before we get into that, before you're quote-unquote allowed to practice, there's a boot camp.
Right.
Right? And this was a tradition that Coach Wade had, right, when he came here.
Yeah.
And obviously Coach Armstrong was under Coach Wade and has adopted the same philosophy. What is boot camp, and tell Poke Nation all about it.
Boot camp, like he said, is Coach Wade and Coach BA, they were really like in the same coaching staff, so they really have kind of like the same standard, so we had road game, boot camp, and like boot camp is basically like just mentally get people prepared, because sometimes in games, it's not going to go your way, calls is not going to go your way. You have to overcome everything. You're going to have to work harder and like just fight that mental side that's telling you to stop and like slow down, like you don't have enough, and just get that other edge that you have inside of you that you really don't know. And that's what boot camp and all those things is for, to like challenge everybody mentally and just see how strong everybody is.
So what all did you have to do?
Man, so it's like basically it's like a circuit, and every circuit is like its own. Like sometimes you got bricks, you got to hold bricks up and go side to side and do defensive slides. You got to do med ball slams, and after it's like 5 different stations, and then after you do all that, you have to run 22s, and 22s are not fun, especially at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's like you really can't breathe that much. So like you running up and down. So every time you start, it's like a countdown. So you start 5 22s. After you do the 5 22s, you do the circuit again. Then you do 4 22s, and then you do the circuit again. So it's like realistically, it's never just 5 22s, because somebody's not going to make it. So it's really harder than what it, so it's usually harder than what it really is. So boot camp is definitely what it's called. Boot camp is not fun. And then this year was actually really different, because last year it was just 3 days. We had 2 days. Like we would do it in the morning and come back at like 4 and do it again. That was like that was a lot for me. I was like, okay. That day when I came back, like, well, the times we came back, it was just like my body was just like, all right, bro, like figure it out. Like, but
so okay, so let's talk about this. Is obviously had a lot of success, and in the last 2 years. Talk to Poke Nation about this team. What do you like about this team? What's a little bit different? What should everyone look forward to with this group?
I feel like this team, like depth-wise, it's like we have a lot of depth and we're really huge. Like this is the biggest team I've been on since we've been here. Like we have multiple footers, and I feel like one of the biggest things of this team than the other team, like this team, we really walk with God. Like our whole process, like we pray before practice. We do all the, like he coaches like Coach Wade, but he's like you could tell they were good cop, bad cop. You know what I'm saying? We got the good cop now. You know what I'm saying? So like he more like they do everything the same way, but like he tries to make sure that we have our faith first, and like he wants us to be a really good person. Like after he wants people to like turn their life to God, and he was like he's basically telling us that when we turn our life to God, like everything is like going to take care of itself from right there. So we work with the same amount of effort, we work hard, we do all those things, and I feel like the main difference is like that, and because I feel like everything else is really the same. They're literally the same coach. Like it's just the personalities are just a little different, but everything, like the delivery, like I feel like the defense is taught a little bit better because it's actually his defense, to where like sometimes like Coach Wade and them, they'll like change it, but even though they both work, but his defense is a little, you have to work a little harder for his defense, because we used to take like little shortcuts with Coach Wade. You know, Coach Wade thinks smarter, not harder. So like with him, he's like, no, we want it this way. So like I feel like I feel like it's good, you know what I'm saying, doing this way and knowing this way, because like now in the game, I'm like, it's going to be like off a really reaction. I know both ways of playing the defense, so it's like actually like very fun.
Talk a little bit about the fact that this is a different team, because now after a couple of years of success, kids really want to come here.
Yeah, facts.
What have you learned from that, from other kids saying they want to come here and kind of having the standard already set and kids joining it instead of setting the standard?
This year, I like it this year because like you said, people are wanting to come here, and like now that people are coming here, we made it to the tournament 2 years in a row, and like last year we won the tournament. Like you would tell them something now, and like they want to listen, like they want to learn, like they want to win in the tournament. So it's like I really appreciate that, and I appreciate them like being able to trust people like me and JG that's like been in a situation like more than once, and like because we went there and we got killed one year, and then we went there the next year and we won. So it's like we know like why we lost, and we also know what was the difference and why we won. So we definitely try to like give them like those small, like everything matters like from this point on all the way leading up to there. And that's why I felt like was a difference last year, because like we took it serious from the beginning. So we are trying to like preach to them like, yeah, we gotta take this serious now. Like, this might not mean something to you now, but like later, it's gonna show why it matters. So like, I really like how people are willing to listen and learn. So
You and JG obviously are returners, right? And obviously Tijan as well.
Yeah.
But you and JG have played, and listen, at the end of the day, I mean, you guys are, two of the best returning players in the conference. Okay. What are some of the things I know you guys have grown into a leadership role. What are some of the things you've shared with the new guys, especially the young guys that are here?
Basically that everybody can be coached. Like, just because we've been here forever, like, me and JG not the type of people to where if you tell us something, we get out of our face because we know it. Like, we're trying to preach to them that the best teams are like the teams that it's not just one leader or two leaders. Everybody's a leader. We learn from each other because people are going to come here with different viewpoints and things like that, and that might help us too. So we're not really closed to like any new information, even though we're trying to like teach them things. I mean, we very much so, like, we want to do anything to win. We know we got a taste of what it feels like one time in the tournament. We want to see what the second weekend feels like. So we try to do whatever it takes. Like, and we feel like we have the pieces, like, top to bottom. Like, this is gonna be Garway first day practicing today too. So it's like we're really excited to see like how all the pieces like mesh together. So we're just very excited, and like we don't want to take anything for granted. So we're gonna listen to everybody. We're gonna learn from everybody. Like, shout out to coaching staff because they really put their time into us too. Like Nick Williams, Nick Graham, like both of them, like they really like try to put their like, their 2 cents into the team because like they played. And we also have a unbelievable assistant coach like Robbie, where it's like he is an offensive mind, and he's like, they're all full of life. So it's like they make us want to play for them harder. You know what I'm saying? Because like we eat at coach's house, like we do things like that just brings everybody together. So I'm like really looking forward to how we play with each other and like one another, because like we really spend so much time with each other. So
when we come back with DJ, we're going to talk specifically about his career, his time at McNeese, and what a difference it is from the first day he walked in here to now. After this.
Join Don's Wash Club and score big on clean rides all season. Unlock discounts on washes, interior cleanings, oil changes, and more. Whether you're tailgating or heading home after the game, keep your ride looking like a pro. Not ready to commit? No worries. Scan the QR code on screen to see what we're all about. Enjoy your ride with Don's on McNeese, Ryan, and Nelson.
We're back with DJ Richards, who came here 3 years ago, right?
yeah, this will be my 3rd year here.
And he was a cocky young kid.
Yeah, facts.
Now here you are, the old wise man.
Yeah, I got to learn.
Did you ever think you would get here? Did you ever think this would grow like it has into what it's become when you first got here?
Oh my gosh! Like, actually, yes, I actually did. I seen the vision when I first had my conversation with Coach Wade. So I'm not really surprised. Like, I'm not really surprised. I was trying to be really humble, but I'm really not surprised. I feel like Coach Wade, he's about his business, and he made it happen. He said it was going to happen, and it happened. So we believed him, and shout out Coach Wade.
Now you got Bill Armstrong here, who is a disciple of his. They're best friends, but they're completely different.
Yeah.
I think the yelling down a little bit, or
Nah, don't be confused, because BA gonna yell at us too. Like Coach BA be ready to yell at us, but I mean the word choice is a little different. The word choice is a little different, but still the very same message. I love his fire. I love both their fires. It gets the best out of me, and I feel like it's the best out of the players. Like, I feel like coaches like them are going to be around for a very long time because the way that they put into their kids, like they really love the sport. So
Let me ask you this, DJ. Obviously, Coach Wade left, and you had opportunities to go, right, to other places. What kept you? Why McNeese? Like, I obviously, I know that this place has really embraced you, but I wanted to kind of piggyback on what Jim said. Is you saw the vision, but you also continue to see the vision. Right. So what brought you back here, and where do you think this program in today's world can go?
To answer your first question, it was really prayer. Like, I was back and forth to BR, like over there just thinking, like, I was like, bro, like, what am I finna do? Like, Coach Wade's leaving. I'm talking to Coach Wade. Coach Wade saying, hey, we might could bring you up there too, like, whatever. I'm just thinking, like, bro, is that even the best situation for me? Like, at this point, the point that I'm in right now, I was just like, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I just kept praying. I talked to my parents. I was asking them what to do. It was opportunities that was like, I knew that was out there, but still, I just kept praying about it. And I finally got a call from Coach B.A., and I heard him talking the way that he was talking, and like how you could hear how genuine he was as a person in his voice. And I'm like, you don't get too many of those in this college world. So it's like when I heard him talking, he like told me what his vision was and the people that he wanted to get up here and like build. He said, I want all these people, but like we need to keep people here that like did it and not just did it, like the people that like was a big part of it. So like he was like, with JG staying here and like you, it's like he said everything else is gonna come with that, and we're just gonna like play the way we need to play. And when I heard that after my prayer, and then I got on the phone with, of course, like he's like my best friend at this point, JG. I called JG, and he was like, I said, JG, I might be staying with you. And when I seen how happy he was, he's like, for real, bro? I was like, so when I seen how happy he was, and I had a call with Coach, and I talked to a few of the other coaches, it was just like, I need to stay here. Like it was, and he was like, the people love us, and JG was like, we gotta do it again. So why?
I want to ask you this because you and Javon are completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different people.
Isn't that the truth?
In fact, you go to press conferences, you actually talk for him sometimes.
Right, for
He's a
sure.
very quiet guy. How does that get along, and how does that work on the court? Because he seems very subtle, but on the court, he's a completely different person.
Facts. Yeah, for sure. Like, one of the donors said, like, me and him all the time, like, the way we are, and especially, like, this year, he said, y'all are like fire and ice. And I was like, am I like ice? They were like, definitely not. So I was just...
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so, like, me and JG, like, we just kind of compliment each other. And, like, JG talks way more, like, behind closed doors. JG's just very, like, shy. And he's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really, like, get to know JG, like, all the way, like, he is actually, like, down and deep down, like, in his heart. It's actually, like, really big. Like, he really cares. Like, you know, sometimes he's, like, dumb, but, like, you know, like, I mean, it's just JG, and you got to love JG for who he is. And, like, I actually love JG, and I see, like, the person that he's going to be one day, and I know that has, like, a huge future. And, like, I feel like you said, me and him kind of compliment each other. He don't want to talk that much. Every time I see that, I see him getting a little jittery. I be like, bro, I got you. Let me talk for you. So, like, and on the court sometimes, like, he talk more than me on the court. Like, y'all see me, but, like, his mags be covering him up.
Yeah.
JG talks more than me on the court. So, like, this is JG.
Let me ask you this, DJ. How good can, number one, this team be, and how good can this program become?
This team could be really, 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 really good. Like, I really see it. I'm not just saying that because I'm on the team. Like, I've been here and I've seen, like, at this point how all the teams were. And at this point, like, this team, we're already starting to share the ball and play with each other. So that's, like, the biggest thing. And that was, like, I feel like if we had a problem of anything last year, that was our problem. It looked like we didn't want to play with each other. Like, it was just out there
Especially
playing.
early.
Yeah, especially early. Like, towards the end, it started to figure out, like, when Quaddy was, like, point guard and he was, like, getting everybody involved. But right now, it's not just the point guard. Like, it's everybody, like, okay, boom, boom. Everybody is, like, spreading the love, spreading the sugar. So, like, that's one thing. But the program, like, this program could be, like, golden. Like, just like Gonzaga at first, it was like, oh, they just did it one time. Well, they just did it twice, like, 3 times. Like, and now they're there every year. Like, this is exactly, like, with the facilities and, like, the fan base and the people around that supports them. Like, we'll go to far out of the country, and I still see a whole bunch of McNeese fans. So it's like, wow, the ceiling for this is literally the stars, and it's really beyond that because this program and the people behind it is it comes with so much love, and like that's all that you need to do anything in life is love and like be careful for one another, and like that's all this program has. And I really want to thank the program of like the Lake Charles fans. Like, y'all made my basketball career like from when I left UTSA a whole different career, and I really appreciate everything about Lake Charles and the fan base, and of course y'all two people here. Sometimes you always but I really appreciate everything about Lake Charles.
Appreciate you, my friend.
We get Coach's final thoughts after this.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
All right, so now let's talk about what comes next with basketball. You got the women. How are you going to do this trip? Are you going to go to both places?
No, I don't know if I can make either one of them, to be honest with you.
Oh, come on.
But I will definitely try for sure. But I don't know if I can. I really don't know. A lot of it depends on. We have our last football game at Lamar.
Yeah, but that's a road game.
It's a road game, but still, I go, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think both the Cayman Islands trip for the men and the Bahamas for the women. I think it's great exposure. For both of those programs and for our athletic department and university. I think the success of that we've had in men's basketball the last 2 years and what's projected this year, and Coach Gazzardo and what she's done, people are calling now, right? People are calling to get McNeese.
Yeah.
That's right, to get McNeese in these events. And
that's what you wanted.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's what you. But you also wanted to go there and just hang out on the beach with the little umbrella drinks, don't you?
Oh, no, listen, I would never complain. it's right up my alley, right?
Well, it does seem to be. It does seem to be. Yes, it does. It's not my cup of tea, but it is definitely yours. Okay, so you go to SFA this week.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: are you going to fly to SFA?
I think Dr. Roos and I are going to drive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Driving.
Yeah, we actually have driver's license and everything,
So we're not going to get a call at the game and say, I need a ride from
you never know. I'm going to see, this film's on Monday. I'm going to talk to Dr. Roos and see what he wants to do. But as of last night, we were driving over there.
I'll take a flight back.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. Mm-hmm. But just don't put me on a plane that doesn't have a battery.
It's a big game, though.
Huge game.
It's a big game.
It's a bigger. I think SFA is the best team in the league. Mm-hmm. But I want to ask you this about this. Do you really know when you consider Rio Grande Valley doesn't play a Division I school, somebody has to go out and play 2 power school, so many different ways of doing this. Do you really know who's good yet?
No, I think we will in about 2 or 3 weeks. But I do think just looking at the scores and stats and whatever, I think that 2 of the best teams in the league we're going to play the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, your season it's a gauntlet start to a season.
It is, absolutely.
When you consider if
100%.
you got 2 money games and that, but the way it sets up is you almost have to decide as an AD, and I guess is money more important than the wins? Mm-hmm. And it seems like for Rio Grande Valley, they decided this is our first year. Let's have 4 home games. I think all 4 of their games are home. Let's not play any Division I's.
Right.
And let's get the interest built before we get into it.
Look,
it's not a bad way to go, but if you can afford it.
No, and I think Chase has done a great job, the AD there. If I was in that same ballpark, it was the first year of ever having football, I'd do the same thing. But at McNeese, we've been good for the skeletons and the bones are here, but. These games were scheduled, years.
And that's not it. You don't know who they could have gotten either.
That's right. And the UL game, what people don't realize, was during COVID.
Yeah.
And so we had to move it. And we threw it 5 years later.
Yeah.
And it just came up on the same date.
No, there's a lot of weird things that go into scheduling.
Right.
But you don't even know who Rio Grande Valley could play because
100%.
Everybody's set for. Your schedule is pretty much set for 4 or 5 years down the road.
For 3 for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll see what happens next week as league starts.
Here we go.
At SFA.
That's
McNeese at SFA, and Schroyer may actually drive. We'll see you next week.